Hi, this is Dr. Charlotte Howard at Eddy Psychotherapy. And what a hard time we're in. It's really heartbreaking to see people struggling to get health care. It's scary with the changing market. And there is so much we're managing right now as we're social distancing. So I wanted to tell you both what Eddy Psychotherapy is doing about it and some things you can do from home to process your own feelings and deal with the situation more effectively. So on the Eddy side, we're offering teletherapy. We have a business agreement with Zoom where we have a HIPAA compliant, secure online platform where you can safely do therapy from home. And it's working great, and people are able to do really deep work. And the connection right now is particularly valuable as we're having to social distance. And we're even leading our groups over Zoom, and those are fabulous as well. So again, the situation is really heightening the need for us to join hearts and stay connected. And so we're finding teletherapy is a very effective way to do that. You're welcome to reach out if you're interested in scheduling. Our information's on the website for how to do that, deepeddypsychotherapy.com. So in terms of how to deal with it from your own home, I think the main thing I want to emphasize is the defenses that come up against our feelings. And because we're all going to respond so differently to the situation in terms of what feelings we're having, a lot of it is just natural feelings to a very difficult situation. And then we'll have particular reactions that are often based on our childhood experiences. Like someone whose mom was really anxious all growing up and overreacted to everything might feel really angry and upset right now about people's large reactions to the situation. Or people who were neglected growing up might feel isolated and abandoned by the lack of being able to be out in the world connecting. Or the loneliness of the situation might be more present for them. But whatever your reaction, we have our defenses to help us not be so overwhelmed by a sensation. However, those defenses are actually painful and get in our way in a more chronic way. We can actually face our feelings, and we'll be much healthier. Our immune systems will be better, and we'll feel more at peace. So what we want to do is watch out for anxiety and tension. Those are two of the major defenses. So there's a little bit of natural anxiety, which we call anxiety at the edge of the unknown. This situation in particular has so many unknowns about the future and about what's going to happen that it's natural that we're going to have a little anxiety around that, and we need to kind of, okay, we don't know what's going to happen. And so that's scary, and we just want to acknowledge that place inside of us. But a large portion of anxiety is often a defense against our other feelings. Same with tension. So if you're feeling tension in your chest or your stomach or shoulders, I've been kind of feeling like just all over, just sort of a bit of tension everywhere. And so that's a sign that we need to get in touch with the feelings underneath and spend more time processing our reaction to the situation so that our body doesn't have to be tense or anxious. That's a lot for our bodies to carry. So if you can ask yourself, what feeling might be under this? And just linger more with those sensations. Whether it might be grief and watching on the news, the hospitals filled up and people getting care from the hallways, or if it's anger at having to have canceled important events to you, or fear of scarcity, or whatever's underneath. You make a lot of space for that in your body. And let as much out as you can, and whether that's crying, screaming, but even if it doesn't want to come out, you're just making space to know how your body is feeling, to honor it, and to try to expand it and look at it instead of running away from it. That's going to really take you far during this time when feelings are really heightened. So I'd encourage you to do that. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up is that if you're home with people, this is a great chance to take your relationships deeper and expand your capacity for closeness. Maybe you ask each other questions that are more personal, more meaningful than usual. You spend more quality time together. Or if you're alone, this is a different kind of journey you're on. You're expanding your capacity to, instead of being alone, to be with yourself. Expanding your capacity to be with yourself. So it's like an internal journey to get to know yourself better, and we are infinitely complex. So that's really a life journey. It would never get boring and never find an end spot. You can always go deeper, and there's always more layers of the self and the spirit to explore. So that's just a matter of taking time with yourself, seeing what sensations and feelings are going on inside, journaling, thinking about what's meaningful to you, just trying to go deeper into the journey of yourself. So it's really important to stay connected however you can online to all your support systems. And again, Deep Eddy has teletherapy if you're interested. And we'll look forward to staying connected with you during this time. So know we're out here and sending you love. And so sorry, but that we all have to go through this. But we will join our hearts and try to get through it.